you're more than welcome, but I'm letting you know it's going to be like probably an hour at least riding. We'll be stopping off at each suburb and topping up with water and resting, and I'll be talking in between as well. So I hope you enjoy it. We shall see you at the end. Possibly through a storm, maybe as well. So the reason I am riding to the dog park is because the Cronulla Sharkies game is on and there's going to be a lot of traffic and I'm not in the mood to do it, and Bailey's gotten so fit. I want to push him a little bit to see, because they like to get new activities. So it's going to be a long ride, but he will be well taken care of. Oh, thanks. Someone just said my stand was down. I must ride so straight I don't even notice it. So, yeah, that was nice of them. But it's not the first time I've done it. Yeah, so anyway, it's going to be a long trip. Not long, but longish compared to normal. So you're welcome to float in and out and watch. But I'm a little bit nervous myself, to be honest with you. So, but it'll be fine. We're riding into the storm, which is good. But I don't know how long it will last. I don't even know if there's going to be lightning. It feels a little bit. Who knows?
I reckon.
He'll probably want to stop along this bit because that's his normal routine to stop during the first part of his ride. So And then once he gets going, like a human, once you get going and a rhythm, you like to keep going. So he's just checking out to see if anyone was in the baseball field then. Any dog, I mean, not human. There's a dog here, but it's not the owner's way. It's not happening. Beg your pardon? That's not nice. Mine likes all dogs. All right, Bailey. Excuse me. Whoa, man. So all the Sharky supporters are walking to the game and like they are all walking on the wrong side. So hello Tuka. Tuka Buka. How are you? Yeah. Yes, so if you didn't hear, I'm doing a long trip with Bailey now. So I'll be on here for a while. I will be stopping at each suburb to top him up with water and give him a little bit of a break. And our final destination is the doggy park, which I normally drive to. And today we're running to the doggy park. So let's see how it goes. He's doing so exceptionally well on his run in the morning. It's becoming like very easy for him. So I need to up the ante a little bit. And he's already done run today, so this is his second. But that's what you got to do when you're up the ante. You've got to push yourself a little bit, and a husky likes a job, and they like to be pushed. So, but don't worry, he's going to be taken good care of. He comes first. Absolutely comes first. So, yeah. And Matthew Reed 3148 is back, and T-Bone is back, and I'm driving straight into a storm, which is so typical of me, but I love it. This is the stuff I love. I love it. Like, I've been on my scooter in a storm, an electrical storm, and it was so bad that it was actually hurting my eyes, like, burning them. But I loved it. And my husky will love this. I don't know how long. I don't know if the storm will pass. I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely on its way, and I'm definitely driving into it. So he'll want to have a little bit of a wee here before I get going, and I've got to get going on a hill, which is I can't be bothered to change gear, or well, I can't anyway. Well, I could, but push, 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 push. Okay, I've got there. I got there. Yeah. Alrighty. I'll put it back down to Bailey. Woo! Yeah, sometimes I can't be bothered to change a gear because I actually love that feeling of pushing my legs. Gets your ass and your legs strong. And that's where you get all your strength from. And I like it. I've always had strong legs and a strong ass. So it's just how I'm made. It's something I've never really had to work on, but because it's strong, I really love using them. I'm actually a strong woman, like physically, like always have been. I can lift up heavy things, push things. I used to be a triathlete, going to triathlons. I was ambassador for Australian Women's Triathlon for a year, and I enjoy. But with that, you got the clip-ons, and you lift and you push, and you lift and you push. So you use. I'll wait till the train goes past. So you're using both muscles, the upper and the lower of your thigh, because the clip-ons, like cleats, you call them cleats. You pull and you push. So that's the difference between just having a pedal that you're not strapped into. You're basically just pushing, where the racing bikes, you're lifting and you're pushing and you're lifting and you're pushing, and it's kind of like an entirely different power. I enjoy a mountain bike style more than that. I really didn't. It wasn't something I would say I thoroughly enjoyed. I did do it, but it wasn't a sport that I loved, but I did put all my effort into it. But I didn't particularly like the culture of triathletes. I preferred boxing. I preferred the camaraderie with the boxing. I loved my family in the boxing community way more than the triathlon community. They just weren't my people. But I did do it, but they weren't my people. You know, sometimes you do things and it's just not your. I could do the sport, but I never felt like I was actually a part of that community. I felt like, even though I was Australian Women's Ambassador for Australian Women's Triathlon, I don't know, I didn't really, I couldn't really connect with that community. Maybe I didn't want to. I'm not sure, but I just didn't find them my community. I guess I found them a little bit self-indulging, which all sport is, but this was like self-indulging and, I don't know, a bit wanky for my liking. Yeah. But I don't know, they probably wouldn't like hearing that, but that's just my experience. I couldn't get far enough away from it, really. But I have done many triathlons. Wasn't for me. And I don't know. You go out there in the water in a race and, you know, you got sharks and all sorts of stuff out there, and every time you take a stroke, you're swallowing all this salt water, and I found it horrendous. People pull your cosy up your ass so they can get in front of you, and you're swimming, and I find that really dangerous when someone touches me when I'm in water. I actually want to knock them out, which is not good either. So I'm going to have my first stop here to give Bailey a little bit of a break. We're at our first suburb stop, so I'll give him some water. Hello, Joan Jackson. Matthew Reed. I don't know how to. I'll pin you. I will pin you. If you write a comment on this actual post, I'll pin you to the top, okay, Matthew? So when the post is finished, if you write a comment on it, I'll pin you on it. So there you go. Now I've got my bag. I got water for Bailey. Here's his portable doggy bowl, which hangs off my bike. So I'm going to stop at every suburb. He's actually wanting this water, which is really good sign. He's drinking it all, I'll show you. So he's drinking all the water. This is great. We're doing really well. So he'll get this. It's an adorable bag, isn't it, Matthew Reed 3148? So he's had some water. I'll sit here for a little bit just so he can have a little bit of a rest and make sure I'm not leaving too early for him. And I'll sit here and have a bit of a chat. So this is where I used to meet a friend of mine here I went to school with, and he committed suicide 2 years ago. He was my first boyfriend at school, and we were friends like our whole lives. And I saw him a week before he committed suicide. He came to my house, and he had some like serious like sad problems, and he killed himself. But we used to meet each other here. Yeah, it was our meeting spot. Through my whole entire life, there's a message to view. Yeah, I'll show that. So it was my first boyfriend from school. We would have been 15 years of age and he would have been 17. He was driving a car, a Tirana. I used to jump in the window to get into it and he committed suicide. And he was like the best friend ever, 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 ever. And he thought I was hot at school. He came up to me one day. This is how we met, and he spat water all over my blouse so it was see-through. And he said, "You're hot," and I was like, "I love this. I love stuff like that." Another night I had a guy trying to buy me a rose, and then my friend was like spitting ice at me, and I went with the one spitting ice at me. I like the bad boys. Always have. Have more fun. I don't want a rose. I'm off it. I don't want a rose. That's silly. That's stupid. I want ice spat at me. Anyway, he's all rested up, so I will. People think I'm talking to myself. How cool is that? This is the spot. People all think the weirdos hang out here. That's good, isn't it? So he's all done. I'll put my bag back on my back and I'll probably have to walk the first bit of it for him to warm up. And then we'll get to the next suburb. All right. I'll put it up while I'm walking, just to at least the light. So the next suburb we go to is Miranda. We're at Caringbah at the moment, and the lights are about to change, so I'm on. Let's go, Bailey boy.
Oh, shit!
Shit!
You're right,
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. That was a bit scary. Ooh, that scared me. There was a man and he had like a dog, and it was obviously a vicious dog, and it got off the lead and it ran straight for us, but we're cool. We'll keep riding now. Coming through. You can probably hear the thunder. It's definitely thunder. Like, hello, it's thunder. We're doing really well. Bailey's doing really well. He's had his first drink and we're heading off to the next suburb now, straight into the storm. Don't you love it? And on the way back, because we're going to do it on the way back as well, I won't do a live on the way back. On the way back, we'll stop and we'll get him something to eat. Definitely. Jesus. All right, I'm going to cross Bailey. I know this road, it's the road that people don't really go down, so I just crossed it. I know the area really well. I've lived here since I was born, and I've ridden my bikes around everywhere since I was a young girl. So I know the back streets, I know the back tracks, I know everywhere. I'm very familiar on on a bike. I'm familiar on sporting equipment. It feels natural for me. It feels more natural than anything. I love sport. Love it. Doesn't feel natural getting in a car. Like, I'm a good driver, but it doesn't feel normal when you can ride your bike and enjoy. You see so much more when you're riding your bike than you are when you're in your car. When you're riding a bike, it's so much better. You're in fresh air too. It's just amazing. So, and you get to a lot of places a lot quicker than if you are in your car. And then you've got the hassle of, I'll just fit this person. Oh, thank you. Then you've got the hassle of getting a parking spot, which is mostly hideous everywhere. It's not good fun. With a bike, I just walk into shops with it. What are they going to say? Well, they do say to some people, leave your bike outside, but I take Bailey and the bike with me. I'm not going anywhere without my bike and without my dog. Tough luck, you know? Tough luck is what I say. It's calming down a bit. I don't know, the storm. So we'll go to Miranda, and then we'll go to, we'll go to Miranda, then we're going to go to Gymea, then we're going to go to Kirrawee. So at the moment, we're still in Caringbah. We're just about to come through past Caringbah Hospital, where my kids were born, when it was the old school hospital, when it actually had a veranda you could sit on. Or the new hospital's got no outdoor sunrooms at all. That's just so stupid, because you need sun to heal. They're all just like concrete jungles, all these hospitals now. They did that to get more bed space. But you need a sunroom. People need sun. I should be Prime Minister. All my friends think I should. I could nail all these problems. I'd put people first. I'd put people first. I'd plant fruit trees all through the suburbs. I'd make fruit accessible for everybody. I'd make food accessible for everyone. I'd make everyone warm. I'd make dental accessible for everyone. Oh, here we go. We're doing really well. Like, really well. I'm very proud of you, Bailey. Very proud of you. Hello. That was someone on the go-go mobile, wheelchairy thing. See, they have a great time. They know what's going on. I'd get one of them if I needed one. I'd be right onto it. I'd be ripping around. I'd get a really fast one. A four-wheel drive one too. Oh, hear that thunder. Very exciting. So now we're past Caringbah and we're just coming into Miranda. So probably another 1,000 metres we'll be stopping and having another break area. Hey boys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. I only say hello to cool people. I don't say hello to assholes. Kids are cool on bikes. They're living. They're smiling. I can't believe it. We're nearly at Miranda. So we've only got 2 suburbs now to get through, which I'm so super proud of him. So we're getting very close to the stopping point. I've had this trip planned out, so I'd be under control. But I'm not sure if you know this, a husky can run up to 100 miles a day. So, but they have to be trained up to it. But he is ready to get to this next level. Hi, boys. Hello. For real, I've got to press the light, which is totally out of the way. I've got to get off my bike to turn it around. What a stupid crossing. Anyway, so I'm now I'm at Miranda and I'm almost at his pit stop, which is going to be good. I'll give him some more water. He's doing so well, by the way. He's down. Go! So we're at another stop now, at a light stop, and just probably 200 metres up the road is where we're going to have our actual pit stop. So we'll have a nice drink and a bit of a rest, and then we'll keep going. I feel really proud to do this. Put it back down. Oh, when is this light going to happen? All right, Bailey. That's all right. All right, we're at this beautiful pit stop. This amazing tree. Which I'll put you on the tree while I give Bailey another water. So a potable water again. This is his potable bowl. Ta-da. Open it up. Pop it out. There you go. Fill it with water. And he drinks it. So I'll show you this beautiful tree. It's really lovely. And all the fairy lights. Isn't that gorgeous? And we'll wait for Bailey to have a little break. And I'll shine it up there because it's just beautiful. He's drinking more water. And there's my bag. So Matthew Reed has asked, do I have any secrets? Not really. No, not that I can think of. Secrets about what? Like secrets of life? Secrets of life or actual secrets? I'll just give him like a proper little like rest. I'll give you some secrets to life. Always call your mother. Always call your mother. Call your mother. Say goodnight to your mother if you live at home. Good morning, good night. Call your mother. Stories. I've got a lot of stories. Okay, I'll give you this story. I was a skateboard girl when I was younger, and my brother and my mate Darren that killed himself, they were holding on to the back of the car, and we were going up the street probably 60 kilometres an hour, and I was holding on to the roof rack at the side, and I got the mega death wobbles, and my skateboard came out of underneath my feet, but I kept holding on to the roof racks. My feet and my knees were completely torn apart, and I was so scared of getting in trouble off my parents, so I ran home with a broken kneecap, and my brother and I lied and said I just fell down the hill. And when I went to the hospital, they were questioning my parents for child abuse. There's a story for you. That's a true story. So I was a skatey girl, and that was one of my skateboard stories. So I got a lot of cool stories like that. I had a tinny and smashed into my neighbour's yacht because I couldn't steer it because it was really stiff. It was a really stiff steering. I had to wrap a bit of rope around. I had to take the lid off, wrap a bit of rope around, pull it to start it, then put the lid down on and wrap a bit of rope, a bit of material around it so I wouldn't get electric shocks. It was full on, and I smashed into my neighbour's yacht, and I had to tell them the truth. I had to knock on the door and say, I've smashed into your yacht. So there's a couple of stories. He seems to be happy with that water, so I will pour the rest of it back in just in case we run out. I don't think we will run out, but don't waste water. If you're on a trip of any sort, you never waste water. They're good stories, aren't they, Matthew? They're really good stories. So I've got some really cool stories like that. Yeah, really cool stories. I had a great life. I had a windsurfer, surf ski, surfboard, skateboard. Hello. I find it really hard to get, hello, back on. It's like my arm gets stuck in it. I think it's because this one's look at me, I look like one of those. Oh, that's better. I got it. All right, we're going to get back on, get to the next suburb. That background is so pretty, isn't it? It's so amazing. I've got all these great spots to stop at. The next one is Gaimir, so let's go to Gaimir. Hello. All right, Bailey. Good boy. So it's just started to rain. Not much, just a little sprinkle. That's cool. That's where all the fun starts, right? So it's a nice flat ride along here. It's nothing too hilly, it's quite flat. I used to ride along here when I was a young girl. You'd spend your whole weekends when I was young, you'd spend your whole weekends on your bike riding to each other's houses, and half the time your friends weren't home and they'd be riding to your house. But that was your whole weekend. And you get yourself dressed up in your gear and you ride around and you just hang out, and that's what you do. Like, there was telephones, but I don't know, like, you would call each other, but your whole family would be listening to you because your telephone would be in the family room, and you'd just be like, this is a knot. So you just get on your bike or your skateboard or your roller skates and you just get to each other's places and hang out with whoever. I loved hanging out with the boys mostly because the boys were fun. But I always looked pretty. I was a tomboy, but a very girly one. So we're probably like halfway to Gaimir now, which is good. Actually, I've just hit the sign Gaimir now. So we're in Gaimir, but we won't be to Gaimir Shopping Centre. So probably another 400 metres or so.